Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. Nisi Black here. I hope you are having a fabulous Wednesday. I am excited to be with you again this week for midweek motivation and mind check. Let us check in to where we are in this beautiful week. It is such a beautiful day here in the Oklahoma City area. The sun is shining. We had been down in the, teens, but today I think we might hit 60 or 50 or something. But it's good, and I'm good. I'm getting ready to celebrate the holidays, and I am really excited for Christmas coming up. I hope you are too. So, hey, I just wanted to pop in today and share with you a little bit. Midweek motivation and mind check started so that we could kind of check the pulse on where we are in the middle of our week, what we started out the week doing, that we got done, that we didn't get done, that threw us off track. But hey, we're ready to get back in the saddle and get some things squared away. So thank you for taking your time out to join me. If you're listening to the replay, make sure that you are sharing, and that way other people can be notified when I am on live. So thanks for joining me. I appreciate your time. So, I posted, I want to say yesterday or day before, kind of a little meme that shows you how you can do anything that you want to do. You can be anything that you want to do, but you got to kind of change the language you speak to yourself, right? And it started with changing the word but and how you use that. So I know, okay, let me preface what I'm about to say with this. We can't have warm and fuzzy inspiration, motivation, and jumping up and down and screaming and stuff. We can't have that all the time. We can't have the warm fuzzy all the time. Sometimes we got to get down and be real. And be real with what it is that we're doing or what it is that we're not doing that's getting us, that we want to get us in a position of success and bringing everything that we dream about out of our heads and out of our hearts into reality. So while, yes, I am all for being inspired and being motivated and being cheered, I am more so for actually getting in there and getting the work done. It's kind of like you want to walk the talk and not just talk a whole bunch of stuff and then not do anything. Hey, Kim, thank you for joining me, darling. So we want to move past just talking about it, just cheerleading about it, just being inspired by it, just getting motivated and hyped by it, into actually putting our hands to the work, right? So a lot of times what happens is we get caught up in being confused. We get caught up in being afraid. Yes, you can admit that you might be a little bit scared and reluctant and hesitant because you don't know what the outcome is going to be. And that's okay. Face that and admit to that. Stop acting like you got it all together and that you know all the answers, because honestly, you don't. Nobody has all the answers, and you won't find the answers until you start getting to the place where you're comfortable with being uncomfortable with not knowing how it's going to turn out, but you're willing to step out onto that skinny branch anyway in order to bring to life what it is that you want. So when I shared that little meme, it was about starting with how you operate in the word but. The first B in but was to be yourself. Be who you are. Stop faking the funk. Stop putting up an air that you know it all, that you got it all, and there's nothing to be learned. That's a facade that's not going to get you where you want to go. It's going to connect you to the wrong type of people. Hi, Greta. Hey, Nikki. I love you, darling. Thanks for joining me. By faking, it's going to get you connected with people that are not aligned with what it is that you want. And there are a lot of people out there that will take advantage of not just your time, your energy, your resources, but your money and your heart. So when you stop faking and living a facade and putting out a front and just admit, I ain't got a clue. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but I'm going to learn. And I'm going to open my mouth and say, I need a little bit of help. I need a little bit of guidance, and be real and authentic in what you present. When it comes to being yourself, Relax and know that it is okay, that you're okay, that there's not anybody in this world existence ever who has not had a struggle, who has not had a challenge that they had to overcome. So where you might in your mind get to this place where, oh, ain't nobody been through this like I've been through this, get over it. Stop holding on to that persona that you are struggling alone, or that what you are going through nobody else has ever experienced, because that's a lie that you have set up to escape the truth. And the truth is that you're afraid. You don't know how to move past that wall that you've put up, and you're faking that you got it all together. Okay, not wait until 2017. Let's just stop right now and just kind of scrape it off of us. You know what I'm saying? Just scrape away that mentality that I cannot be real, and I cannot be true, and I cannot be genuine or authentic, and that I gotta always look like I know, and I gotta always act like I know, because that's a facade, and it keeps you stuck behind this wall of pretense. So let's break that. Let's shed that. Get out of that and start being who you are, with your gifts, with your talents. Number one, not very many people are going to hate on you. And I say that because there are people that are around you that love and support you, that will tell you the truth, but they're afraid to tell you the truth because they don't want you to think that they don't care. And people around you do care. Now, not all of them, but your discernment, as you start being who you are and operating in your authentic space, you will find out who those people are that are really not for you. But those that have proven themselves to be for you, trust that they're coming to you in love, and that they're sharing that your funky attitude is not going to help. That you might need to get a little attitude adjustment. So be open to that constructive criticism and be yourself. And not many people are going to like that, but so what? Who cares? They're not aligned with you no way. So don't waste your energy on what you think people think. What you think people think about you has got you locked up and tied up and tangled up in doing stuff that is not going to get you anywhere, not going to further your purpose, not going to further your dream, not going to get you to the next level of life that you keep saying you want. So let's be ourselves. Right? And show up and accept that we don't know it all, and we'll never know it all. And I'm okay with that. You know, I did this thing one time and said, I don't have it all together. I don't know it all, but I am so okay with that, because in understanding and accepting that I don't know it all, I open myself up to the possibilities of learning. And I connect myself with people who know what I don't know, so they can share. And I can learn, so drop the facade, stop faking the funk, be yourself, and be real with what you want. Okay, that was the B. I know that was a lot for B. Let's start with the O. Okay, oh, wait, you. Be you. Be you. Be you. B-U-T. Changing the definition of the word but. So we started with being ourselves. We're going to move to uncovering what it is that we really want. In your heart's desire, aside from what mama said you got to do and what daddy said you got to do 100 years ago, right? What is it that you want to do? Okay? What is it that just makes your heart jump at the thought of doing it, or having it, or being it, or seeing it, or touching it? What is it in that secret place of your heart of hearts that you have been shutting away because you don't think there's a place for it in the world, because you don't think it has value, because you don't think that you have the resources necessary to bring it to fruition? What is that thing that's in your heart that you can, walk to that corner of the heart, stick the key in, open it up, and release it and bring it out? Uncover what that is. See it so that you can embrace it and bring it out. Because everything that you have in your heart to do and to be opens the doors to your gift and to blessing your life and blessing the lives of others, bringing value to your space and to the world, your contribution. So don't discard that. Don't discard that. You're not too old. It's not too late. If you are sucking air, you have an opportunity to do something about your dream and your gift. So don't wait. Uncover it. All right? Be yourself. Uncover your gifts that you have hidden away and start using them. Okay? And then trust. Trust not just in God. Okay, let me tell you, I love this scripture. Jeremiah 29:11 is one of my favorite ones because God knows the plans that he has for me, to prosper me, to give me hope, and to give me a future. And in addition to that, I've got to trust me, right? I've got to trust myself. Because I can say I trust God and he's for me and he's made a way for me and the path is already laid out. But if I ain't doing nothing that represents my belief, what is it for? What is it for? I've got to believe in myself, in my ability to do what it is that I say I want to do. Right? That's what my book is about. My self-approved. A guide for authentic and purposeful living is about uncovering and see ourselves through God's eyes so that we can start trusting in ourselves and our capabilities, forgetting about what's behind us, forgetting about who said we couldn't, forget about anybody that wants to hate, anybody that wants to kick us by the wayside and said we'd never be anything. You know, trust that we are enough. Trust that you are enough. And not just that you are enough, but you've always been enough. You always had it going on. But because you had this mental block in your thinking that kept you stuck in somebody's funky ideas of who you should be and what you should be doing, you stopped. You stopped dreaming. You put your life on hold. You put everybody else's everything in front of your own dreams. So trust that you have what you need to get what you want, to become the person God created you to be, and start assuming some responsibility for your stuff. Stop holding on to the mess and the funky thinking and the nasty attitude and get your stuff together. Get it together. Because ain't nothing going to change a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. If you cannot trust the gifts that you have and start operating with integrity, with intention, with purpose, and start doing something, action is what's going to counteract that fear. Action is what's going to push you past that doubt. Action is what's going to take your life to the next level, right? So you cannot stop and sit down. You don't want to get to be 60, 70, 80, 90, looking back on, you know what? Dang, I had the opportunity to do this, to change the world if only I had a. No. We're not going to spend all of our time talking about I shoulda, coulda, woulda, because we're going to start doing. We're going to let go of our mess. We're going to let go of our attitude. We're going to start acting like we got some freaking sense. And we're going to start getting our goals done, getting them achieved, right? That's what it's about. No more fluff. No more sweet, warm, fuzzy. Hot cocoa with marshmallows. Stop it. Let's live our lives with the best intention to our fullest potential and start exercising the gifts that we were given to create a change in the world, to create a change in our homes, in our families, in our businesses, on that job, in our relationships, in our marriages. It's going to start with us. So if you are not serious, then you might as well unfriend me now, because I'm bringing the heat, and I'm done with patting you on the tushy. Time is running out, guys. Life is fleeting. It's fleeting, and we can no longer afford to waste our talent. We cannot afford to continue to hold grudges that stifle our growth. We cannot continue to allow opportunity to pass us by because we don't feel that we're ready, right? So, be you T. Be yourself. Uncover your gifts and your talents and trust and believe in yourself. Start living with intention. Start planning and achieving the things that you want. Start now. Start now. Start now. Thank you guys for joining me. Hey, Mama, I see you. I love you. You'll come over for Christmas breakfast? Okay, we'll talk later. I love you guys. And let me tell you something. A lot of people, okay, I'm not even going to say that. To know someone is to understand and know their heart, where they're coming from. And when people share things from their heart to help you grow, it's not to hate on you. I could care less what you're doing as long as you are trying to do something productive with your life. If you're out there being crazy and silly and childish, then that's your thing, and I'm not going to support you in that. I'm not going to support you in that. But my prayer is that through sharing, through speaking, through touching lives, I can help inspire and motivate you to get off the sidelines and to stop the silliness, to grow up, to put on your big girl panties, and to start making a difference in the space that you want to occupy, making a difference in your life. If you don't like what's going on with your life right now, and you don't like the place that you're in right now, do something to change it. Stop complaining about it. Stop whining about it. Stop blaming other people about your lot in life. It ain't your mama's fault. It ain't where you were raised fault. It ain't that you got pregnant at 16 fault. And I'm saying that because I got pregnant at 16. I had my daughter when I was a senior in high school. I grew up in the projects of West Dallas. And I was written off a long time ago by people who thought that my lot in life was going to be sucking welfare out of the system and having kid after kid after kid after kid. Well, to God be the glory, because I did not have to let my life take on the meaning that other people in society had dictated for me, right? There was an opportunity for me to shift for myself and for my children and make a life that was good and stable and wholesome, right? Right? So it doesn't matter where you started. It doesn't matter how you grew up. If you're an adult, you have the responsibility of taking control of your life and not blaming anybody else's anything about where you are. I understand things happen. And I understand that people mistreat us and people take advantage of us. And we can't sometimes choose the space. Sometimes we don't have a choice and we have to do thus and so. But the point is that you grow up and you move past it. And you no longer hold other people responsible for making you happy. You release people's responsibility to validate you, and you start validating yourself. Right? You start celebrating your gifts. You start exercising your strength and your power and your courage and building your confidence. Right? And stop asking man and people what they think about you. You got to find your validation within you. That comes from God through you. You got to embrace that and stop holding people responsible for your success. It's your responsibility. Right? You don't like where you are financially? Do something about it. You don't like your weight? Fix it. Do something about it. It's your responsibility, right? So are you going to be committed? Or are you just going to talk? Enough of the fluff. Let's get stuff done. Let's start moving in the direction that we want to go. Jesus. Okay. I'm done for today. I certainly appreciate you guys joining me on this beautiful Wednesday. And I hope I've had an opportunity to share something to not just inspire you, and not just motivate you, but to kick you square in the... See, I don't like to do a bunch of cussing. So my thing was to kick you in your ass to get up off your butt and go do something. So if ass offended you, Get over it. And just take the love behind that and go do something with your space and your life and your dreams, right? That's what it's about. So get up off your butt, take your thumb out your mouth, and start living in your purpose, okay? And stay tuned. My book, Self Approved, is going to, no, it's coming out. I'm going to be sharing how you can connect. And I've got some free gifts to share with you for connecting with me. And I just thank you so much. And I appreciate you guys for hanging in there with me. I love you dearly. And have a wonderful Wednesday, the rest of the week. Very Merry Christmas to you. Jesus is the reason for this season. And He is love. So make sure that you are loving on somebody, loving on you, loving on yourself, right? And have a beautiful day. And I'll see you pretty soon. Love you guys. Talk to you later.